Hello. You're live. Hello, welcome to a live edition of Convict. I'm your host, Robert Rosso. Sorry I'm 1 minute late. What do we got going on here? Okay. All right. Please, if you have not subscribe button, and please, if you like this live stuff, do hit the like for me. I would really appreciate it. So before I really get going, I want to thank some people. Tonight, there's some people in the audience from this county, from Sebastian County, specifically Greenwood, Mansfield, Huntington, and Hartford. All you people, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And I know some of you are on for the first time. So, and a special thanks to somebody that I've known since I was a little kid. His name's Jim Shackelford. I think we're the same. I think Jim's part of the class of '87. Anyway, he went to school in one of these little small towns, was voted most likely to succeed. And right before I came on, about an hour ago, I dropped Jim off at his house, and he wants me to do a live version from where he lives. And he wants people to know that this was his succession. He did succeed because he's lived life how he wants to. So you guys will meet Jim. He might be the mascot for Convict Inc. soon. We'll see. Like I said, I've known Jim for years. Been through a lot with Jim. Done some crazy stuff. Dropped him off on the interstate because I was tweaked out because I thought he was either a cop or paranoid or had microphones on. 3 hours from home. Man, I can go on and tell crazy coke/tweaker stories with Jim. What's up, baby? You concerned? You good?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, I didn't know you want to see if everything. Okay, I'm sorry. Marta's over here looking. Anyway, so thank you, Jim, for watching. Yes, we'll do one from down at your place sooner or later. Also, a bunch of people that have done time with have reached out to me that have got out, that have saw that I had a show, wanting to be on, wanting to come on and talk about me in prison. That's not what I want to do. I want to tell their stories eventually. That's what I plan on doing. So Randall in Las Vegas, Sean in Kansas, you guys will all come on at certain times, and we'll figure out the show. And of course, Billy, who was my cellie at Lewisburg for a long time, gets mad at comments and wants to come on, but that's not, we'll get there. All right. So did I cover all that stuff? Yes. Ray. Yes, I know you, bro. Yes, I remember you from Terre Haute. Of course I do. And there's 3 other guys that I've talked to today. One I'm supposed to talk to in an hour that I'm going to do interviews on their YouTube shows. They all have more subs than me, so maybe they can give me some advice too. Okay, now. Gambling. People gamble in prison. Shocking, right? So let me try to be as clear as I can. This is what I'm going to work on. The story has a multifaceted, but let's get here. In 1998, I arrived at USP Leavenworth with the mandatory life sentence. Within a few years, I became a gang member of the Dirty White Boys. In prison, especially USPs back then, things have changed. I never went to the USPs. There was gambling tables. Sometimes gangs would have gambling tables in units. For example, the Aryan Brotherhood for many years had poker tables all throughout Leavenworth. Even when they weren't present, people would actually run tables for the Aryan Brotherhood, take some kind of proceeds that they've won, and send it to the ABs wherever they sent it to. In 2000 or 1999, the Dirty White Boys at USP Leavenworth, this was prior to me joining, had poker tables in for sure A3, A1, B upper, B lower, one of the C blocks, and at one of the rec centers for a while. It just depended. A2 was always the Arms. Ever since I was at Leavenworth, the whole time I was there, Arms had A2, the poker tables, the stores, whatever. Okay, so I found myself in 2001 in a position where I was the only dirty white boy in B lower, and there was a poker table it was ran by a guy named Matt Brown. Matt Brown, just a guy who liked to play cards, knew a lot of dirty white boys from El Reno, and worked out a deal with somebody before I got out of the hole that he was going to be the house for the dirty white boy poker table in B lower. Okay. As I explained before, what I did basically was make sure people got sodas, make an appearance, let everybody know it's a DWB poker table. Take stamps. If Matt needed money, give him money. If he wanted me to hold it, whatever. So he was my partner for all intents and purposes. Enter Russell Hamilton. And let me say this. If that last name is wrong, because I'm trying to say his real last name, if that last name is wrong, I'm going to correct it tomorrow. There's an incident report about this, so I'm 99% sure it's Hamilton. If it's not, I'm going to come back and correct, okay? Because I couldn't find it in the box. Okay. Russell Hamilton, tall, skinny guy, quiet, ran alone, didn't ride with gangs or nothing like that. I was 31 at the time, I guess. He was probably mid to late 40s. Very quiet until he got drunk. He was one of the guys that when he got drunk, all his anger came out about everything in life, and he would stab people. And he was known. He wasn't a joke, by no means. He was only there for a little while. I got along with him. Very polite to me, very respectful, as I was to him. There was a night that a bunch of people in B lower were drinking. Me, myself, and my bro Dusty included. Dusty was a little preoccupied chasing around a female staff member. This staff member did fancy Dusty. It was blatantly obvious, and you can tell. We were drinking. It was warmer because he was running around without his shirt on, flexing for her. And he really just didn't know how to make the hook with the staff member. That was really his problem or whatever. So while Dusty was doing that most of this night, we started drinking probably after count. I went into the cell 265. I think that's the in cell B lower on the odd side. There's guys that know. I'm saying this because there's guys that know that did time with me or that did time that know these cells. I think it was 267 was the last cell, left-hand side. Anyway, the cell was occupied by a guy named Timmy. Now, Timmy's a good friend of mine. I'm going to stop. I have written and used his name before. He didn't get mad. But the truth is I haven't talked to him in a long time. He's doing 5 life sentences. He wouldn't care about this, but I'm going to go ahead and just say Timmy, okay? So Timmy was out of Tennessee doing 5 life sentences for drugs and murders. He had a death penalty case. They beat it because one of the informants died or his co-defendant died. I forgot which one it was. But he had 5 in the feds, and he's stuck, from what I know. I haven't looked him up in a while. Timmy was a kind of a small guy, short, a little bit fat, chunky, and he wouldn't care about me saying that. Long hair, kind of buggish eyes. He used to make fun of his eyes sometimes, as a matter of fact. Good guy, though. I mean, he's real respectful guy, but you can see Tim's a real serious guy. He liked to crochet. So he'd sit in his cell and he would crochet. Not a lot of guys, 4, 5, 6 guys in the block did that were serious. Timmy was one of them. So we were back there in his cell drinking tomato paste wine. That's harsh. You can get used to it. It could be good. We were drinking tomato paste. Russell Hampton also was drinking wine that he made. And this was peach wine. It was peach. And it was really, really good. The taste was good. It's been up for a while. Okay. So there's a bunch of guys drinking in the unit that night. We pretty much knew who was who. Like I said, I hung out with Timmy. Dusty was out and about talking to the female staff most of the time. And me and Timmy were minding our own business, telling war stories and lies and all that good stuff, smoking cigarettes, drinking booze, and knock, knock, knock. Here comes Russell Hamilton at the door. So Russell Hamilton comes in. You can tell he's drunk. He's got a pant leg, like a pair of pants, khakis cut off. And what he had was a bag of wine in there that was tied off on one end. And he was kind of like, using it and like pouring wine that way. So he was holding this end. This end was knotted. Okay. This end, he had it open so he can just pour some wine out. He was really pouring a corpse is what he was doing. So he came in, he's holding that. He's like, hey, you guys want some wine? Of course we wanted some wine. So we got a couple jugs that Timmy had, started filling up wine, and there we go. And we started drinking, and it got quiet. And Russell is just gritting on him. He's just looking at me. And you can tell, like, he started making everything uncomfortable. And finally I said, what's going on, Russell? And he said, I want to talk to you, Rob. I said, okay, let's talk, bro. He said, yeah, I want to talk to you, Rob. And Timmy said, hey, the man said, talk to him. What's up? He said, I want to run a poker table. I said, okay. He said, I want to run a poker table. Now, I got what he was saying loud and clear. What he was saying is he wants to run his own poker table. He don't give a fuck if I'm a gang member or that's a dirty white unit or a dirty white boy poker table unit, whatever. I get it. Okay. This is the first time I was challenged about it, but I get it. Kind of, for an independent and stuff like that, prisons that had that type of atmosphere, I'm sure it sucked, right? Okay, but I knew he was drunk, and I had already heard that he gets like this when he's drinking, and I'm trying to defuse the situation. I'm like, hey, bro, no problem. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And, I was kind of open to really see what he was saying after tomorrow. But anyway, so he didn't stop. So he pressed on it. Why would I want to give him half my money, like doing the whole thing? Again, a lot of guys out there agree with him, right? Okay, that's fair. So again, I'm trying to defuse the situation, and he just kept on and finally was starting to get aggressive in his body language. I look over at Timmy, and Timmy just now he's crocheting a white blanket. He's got a white throw rug on his immaculate cell. He is one of these OCD people that keeps everything spotless and does live alone. Sometimes when you live alone, you get like that. Timmy was like that. So, immaculate cell, Russ sitting on the edge of his bed, white carpet that he made, and he's got everything white. I look over. I was sitting on the toilet, so Timmy was in the chair, and he just gave me a nod, like, do what you want to do, bro. Because he saw it. He saw I was trying everything to keep this guy tapered down. And this guy, Russell Hamilton, is notorious for knives. This guy will stab you. He's not a punk. So I didn't have a knife with me in Timmy's cell, and I wasn't going to ask Timmy in front of Russell. So here we are. He got to a point when I said, hey, let's just talk about it tomorrow. I wanted to ease the situation, and as soon as it looked like he was halfway comfortable, I left lunch, went after him, and just started blasting him in the corner. Here comes Timmy. Timmy joins in, and he's mad because he foresees blood in his cell, and he's already mad that there's going to be blood in his cell, so he's taking off. And we're all drunk, okay? And at some point, I grabbed him by the leg and got him on the floor, and there was stomping and there was blood. And right outside the door, Dusty is talking to the female staff member, and he sees a commotion, makes her go away, comes in, and is like, what the fuck, you guys? Stop. What are you guys doing? You guys are going to get us busted. Stop. So we stopped. And Timmy said, hey, Dusty, Rob did everything he can. Don't you be mad at Rob, because Dusty was already, what are you doing, Rob? Why'd you do this, Bob? And Timmy's telling him, don't be mad at Rob. Rob didn't do that. Rob didn't cause this at all. So we allow Russell to get up, and like Dusty literally says, all right, it's squashed, right? This isn't squashed, okay? it's squashed, right? And he's like, oh yeah, we'll talk tomorrow, okay, you guys, yeah, it's cool. He like did he apologize or what? I'm not even sure, but he was walking away with the impression that this was done, lumped up, leaking. Gave him a towel, tried to make him sit around. He's like, no. Dusty goes and looks, sees there's no cops, and pushes him on. And Timmy said the same thing I did. You know he's going to get a knife, right? You know this is not. So Dusty doesn't believe it. He's got female guard on his mind. Next thing you know, wasn't that long later, somebody came up and said, hey, Russell Hamilton's running around looking for a knife to come stab Dusty and Rob. So when Dusty now hears this, now it registers. Now he's like, say what? He did what? So we went to our cell. I was living with Dusty. Dusty went and got his gloves on. People have asked before about the gloves. A lot of times gloves, if you're fighting, won't put, your hands will get marked up if you don't use gloves. And Dusty should try to get away with this fight. So he'd put the gloves on, and all that other stuff. Plus he felt he had a better punch. Now, the whole week, he had been working on a knockout punch. We had heavy bags and speed bags outside under the bleachers. No-Nos, one of our brothers, worked rec. The rec cop was cool, and he allowed us to have a heavy bag and a speed bag outside under the bleachers that we used to go practice on. Dusty, for sure, he used to go practice on the knockout punch. I did the body bag a little bit, but, whatever. So he got this on his mind. Dusty did that. He wanted to go knock this guy out because this guy's trying to get a knife, blah, blah, blah. So for probably 20 minutes, like where everybody's looking for one another, Russell knows we're looking for him. He knows we're looking. So he's hiding in cells, and he got a knife. He went and got a knife. I wanted to go get one. Again, Dusty did not want to. He wanted to knock him out. He had a lot of confidence. Plus, it was 2-on-1, and for sure we could win. So anyway, a time came where we spot each other, us two and him. Dusty's leading the pack. They start walking this way, right above the stairs at the back of the unit on the left-hand side, top stairs. Russell didn't get a word out of his mouth, and Dusty hit him. And when he hit him, his head, I'm trying to think of how it went, because it was a one hit. His head hit the bars, boom, boom, and he fell. And then he got up, and when he got up, it was right towards the top of the stairs, and he fell, and he started rolling down the stairs. And he fucked himself up good and was at the bottom, laid out. Everybody starts running. If you're in prison and you see somebody get knocked out, fall like that, everybody starts running for the showers, A, or the ice, B, or both, whatever. Guys in prison know what I'm talking about. So the unit scatters. They know a lockdown's coming. You got a guy, you got blood everywhere. You got a guy at the bottom of the stairs. So sure enough, staff, of course, they do rounds and they see this guy at the bottom of the stairs laying down. Boom, call, hey, lockdown. It was about a good, almost near an hour. We all get locked in our cells and we go get locked up. And here comes the staff coming around. They do hand checks. I had a nick from when I hit him in the cell originally. The cop looked at it and was kind of looking, and then he went on. And then here comes a bunch of cops a little while later, and they got both me and Dusty. We get locked up for investigation. They questioned Russell Hamilton about who did it. And he said nobody, that he fell down the stairs. Straight up, convict, never, no. And what had happened was there's cameras in Leavenworth and Belower at the time. And this is how they worked. I don't know what it's like now, and I'm not trying to talk about security so the Bureau of Prison doesn't get freaked out. As a matter of fact, these are the old cameras. They've got new ones that are on full reel now. These were like clips or still like whatever that's called. What they had was Dusty like throwing a punch, but they didn't have the connect shot. And then they have like dude falling down. So they never had the contact. Of course they knew we did it. Not only was it obvious, but you have like the inmate snitches and everything that tell too. And out of that, we stayed in the hole. I forgot how long. End up getting back out. Russell got back out with us. He came in and talked to me and apologized and all kinds of stuff. Now I was on point and I knew it was only a matter of time. But then he went back to the hole for something again and didn't come out. And by the way, he got killed for the same kind of stuff from what I understand. I guess I should have looked him up on bop.gov. Maybe people will right now. So they can correct me because maybe he did not. I actually know where to go to find out. Once again, I was going to do a different story before I came on. And once again, I jumped in the shower, came on, I had 3 minutes, got dried off, boom, here I am, because I had other stuff to do. The other story, I believe I really need more paperwork to do it for multiple reasons. Now, so that was the third and final story that involved me and Dusty in assaults. Yeah, I know some guys said, "Oh, you always fight with Dusty," or whatever. That's what it is. Wasn't necessarily any kind of dirty white boy thing. It was just a thing where the guy was talking about, why do you have the tables? And, that's a discussion for others to have. I'm just putting out what was there. Coming soon. What time is it? This has been a little 21 minutes only. Okay, I'll start looking at some comments. People have been asking me about mafia stuff. Tommy Karate, Tommy Reynolds. Tommy Karate, I'm going to do a story about. I'm waiting for something. Tommy Reynolds, I'm actually going to call his family very soon to see what's going on, because I have something in the works there for sure too. I think I should do maybe tomorrow night, like a Mob Tuesday, and answer questions. Like maybe people have questions. I need to put out like the list of guys that I really know, because I was around a lot of mob guys. And I'm sure if I bring other people on, like there's more stories, things that happened to them. But like, I really want to talk about the guys I was familiar with and hung around with, have knowledge of, so forth. And I think that would be good, because a lot of people have some really good questions. Also, Wilbur. If you don't know who that is, go look at the video I did about him. I'm going to do a question and answer with Wilbur, and he wants people to ask him questions. So that's not just going to stay with Wilbur. So if you know who Wilbur is, or you know about the Wilbur video, if you don't, go look at that video. And if you want some questions, go ahead. Obviously, I'm not going to ask him questions that violate safety and security of any facility since he's still in federal prison. Obviously, I'm not going to ask him foolish questions. I'll go to the line. I'll put out there what I can. But if you guys have those in mind, go ahead. Don't know what day. Throwing that out there, so you might want to get ready. There will be people coming on live with me soon. There's a guy out of Arkansas, the Arkansas Department of Corrections. People have been asking about that. There was a guy that did 42 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. Now, he didn't do 42 years straight. He was out like 6 months or a year. But nevertheless, he spent all of his 20s, except for a few years. I was 30. He got out at 70, okay? His name's Steve. Steve Sakanis. I'll put it out there. We're going to talk. Matter of fact, I might have branches of the Convict Inc. platform. He's going to come on with me. He has his own channel that he started, Prison for Dummies. You guys want to go check it out? Check it out. Subscribe to it. He doesn't know what he's doing. Other issues happened in his life that stopped him, okay? He wants to just work through Convict Inc. We'll see what happens. He just wants to talk about prison reform, all his stuff he did in prison. I think that would be a really good opportunity. Okay, let me read some comments and let me see. Okay. He can't read the feed and do the video. Jimmy T, he can't. What does that mean? Is there a feed? Hit the likes, please, everyone. Leonard, not another guy like you, Rob. Good job, bro. 84 watching, only 2 likes. Come on, hit. Frank, 42 likes. Convict Inc. and Blood, Razor Wire. 2 best channels. Thank you, Jimmy T. Chad's way above. He's different level than me. John, hey Rob, smash the like button. Let's help Rob. Okay, thank you. Nice. Not nice. The likes are coming up. Hey, thank you guys for hitting the like buttons. Okay. Oh, well, it's been a good story. Yeah, it was a little short, right? Where's Dusty now? Hey, Dusty is supposed to come like here. Where's Dusty? Dusty's making over $125,000 a year, and he's a square. He turned his life around. If I had to say, what's the 5 guys that I know will get out and like come back to prison or like go on like a shootout or like do serious stuff and end up, it would have been Dusty. And lo and behold, and to my surprise, wow, big turnaround. Like said, Rob, if you're going to do any dirt or get high, please don't contact me. Yeah. Like what? For real? I mean, it was awesome. I was like worried of talking to him because like he knows that like I started doing the clean thing and not alcohol. I'm not total. Just want to make that clear. I'm not like totally sober. Okay. So, but yes, Dusty's doing great. I talked about Billy. Billy did great for a long time. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Have been getting a lot of people in prison calling me. Would think some of them were going to be pissed because people say, you know, you say too much. Total opposite. Want to be on the show or provide more prison stories. Cat's out of the bag with the internet, you know. So I don't know. I don't think there's much in prison that can be kept quiet. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying it's a fact. I've seen some of this stuff. These guys are bringing cameras inside prisons and blah blah blah. You got the guards that are more frustrated. You got Anyway, okay. State prisons should have a compassionate release statute. Yes. You need help in your channel, bro. Yes. Good for Dusty. That's awesome. Thank you, Rob. Dusty, where's Dusty at? I just said it. Thanks for your content, man. I appreciate it. Wow. God bless Dusty. I'm telling you, you be next, Rob, as the best you can. Thank you. Hey, Rob, do you know a guy named Boston Billy? Yes, I know who Boston Billy and Big Ron. You're talking about Billy Shakir, right? Shakir, I think you said. Where is it? I want to see him. What's up, brother? Jason. What's up, Jason? Thank you. Jimmy T. Nice. Good for Dusty. Upstate NY. You need moderators, Rob. So do I though? Like I talk about changing things and some people flip out. I don't know. What were your impressions of Tommy Karate? Anything memorial about him? Tommy Karate. What were my impressions? That everything I've ever read about him was wrong, even if it wasn't I don't know. Tommy Karate, nicest guy in the world, most mild-mannered guy you've ever met in your life, most polite guy ever. That's my impressions of Tommy Karate. No bull. Yeah, I've read it. Yeah, I know. No, I never asked Tommy Karate about anything. I would not. I'm not saying I never was in cells and talked to friends and said, hey, when you did such and such to such and such, you know, what was going down? And I've been in cells when guys are talking about Stone Cold Murder, laughing like, because of like different things the victims did or they did and what's going on behind me, or whatever. I got a fan because I just fan blowing because I came out of the shower and I like take hot showers and then I sweat. It's stupid. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've talked about, but generally speaking, hey, David Mack, that I knew really well, that I know haven't talked to in years, but did you kill Biggie or what? I didn't do that. What about Tupac? I know you got that. I didn't do that. I know it's disappointing, but I didn't. I have opinions about people. I have opinions about a lot of stuff. Yeah, guys that know me. I know people get their impressions of seeing me on this, good, bad, everything. Some people really mad. Some people like, hey, Rob, whatever. You know, I'm talking about the things I did in prison. I did. Okay, so I will get in touch. Okay, wait. I want to see. So, Jimmy, where did you go? The one guy about Boston Billy. What were your impressions of Tom? What were your impressions? Tell us about OG Big Sid. Wait, I'm missing about Sid. I'm not sure. Internet is where the dirty dirt comes out. It is what it is. It's true. Tommy Karate used to like cocaine. I didn't know that about Tommy Karate and cocaine. Somebody said that, but I never knew that. I will get in touch with him. Okay, Paul, and tell him to tell Boston Billy to get in touch with you too. Please, Nick. Yeah, Boston Billy. Is he in the joint? I'll like contact him. If he's not, I used to, and tell him that if it's Billy out of Boston Billy, like Billy Shakir, tell him Rob said, "What's up, New Bedford Billy?" All right. When you're going to drop more mob stories this week, I think either a mob story or like a question and answer, right? I'll get it figured out. You need moderators. The bigger you get, the more jerks are going to come. Yeah, I know. You seem like a great friend to have on your side. That's not necessarily true. I've done scumbag shit to my friends too, okay? I want to put that out there. I've been good friends. There's a lot of people that'll say like I'm the best guy ever. It's true. But there's a lot of people that say fucking Rob Rosso fucked me and did this and that, or, you know, he's a scumbag. You lied about this. There is. I'm human, man. So someone said in an interview, Tommy Crotty was very, very disciplined guy. Yes, he was very disciplined. Yes, Tommy Crotty was. OG Big said had the keys. OG, where do you have the keys at? OG said is not a real guy. Big Six on the block. All right, Big Six on the block. Mad Holler, do Mob Monday. Yes, my wife said do Mob Monday. You've got friends here in Arkansas, brother. Hey, thank Duck Bart, Alabama. Hey, do you know who Steve Sakanis is 70 years old, got out. What am I doing? So I got a dry mouth and again. Oh, Rob's blah, blah, blah. Look at him. Okay. Chad Banks, check in from Pennsylvania. What do you mean? Whatever. Keep the pressure on these phony YouTubers. Do you mean me? Or you mean talking about like I'm the phony YouTuber? Whatever. Okay. If you're talking about me, like I like, so the haters, the ones that say stupid stuff, I've like really liked to, like, you know, I get frustrated. Yeah, I do. And that pisses off like people that really follow me and support me. They get upset, and then my wife gets upset, and they're like, you know, you can't win. Hey, this is a hard game to win at, you guys. It is what it is. What the hell is life like in Arkansas? Wait, state prison or prison? I'm checking from. Oh, good. Okay, Chris, man. Big fan and much love from San Antonio. Thanks, San Antonio. Never been there. I know it's a very liberal part of Texas. I'm going to go there one day. I heard it's like there's like a lot of beautiful shit, a lot of good food and stuff like that, right? Love from Dallas. Thank you. Thank you, Toms. And you don't need to call me Sir Thomas, John. Just call me Rob. He's calling you a check-in, Rob. Okay, well, if people call me, I don't know, would be willing to work with your wife to help her make sure. So why don't you, a magnificent line, why don't you PM me? Are you on my Facebook? Go to the Facebook and then I'll accept you, okay? Don't let them get in your feelings, Big Rob. Hey, I can't help it sometimes. I'm being honest. Look, I'm trying to be as honest with you guys as I can. Some people say shut up, you know, family issues, head issues. I'll say it again. Never in my life have I had like the mental health stuff going on that I've had in the last couple months. It's nuts. I don't feel like me. But I will say this, like 3 days, 4 days, I'm like getting better already. Just like that one video coming out and saying that last time. Maybe it was therapeutic. I do go to a counselor once a week that I love to death. I talk to my PO like he's a counselor. Never would have thought that. I used to hide and run and like somebody said after I see my PO, the first thing I do, I used to get high at the parole office after I tested dirty. I'd run to the bathroom after I went to the bathroom. No bullshit. Man, this guy, like, I call him like, man, I almost cried. I'm not going back to prison. I'm not. It's not happening. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not. It's not happening. Any stories about Hans Grod? Frank, I'll tell you what. You want me to talk about Hans Grod? What time is it? 3. Stay to yourself. Stop. Hans Grod. Please, if you guys don't know who Hans Grod, look him up. Cincinnati or Cleveland, right? Cleveland. What was Hans? German? Not German. What was Hans? I'm sorry. Put it out there. What was his nationality? I'm sorry. Hans killed everybody for the mob. Like mob tied, like hitman. Okay, so one of the things he would do also is set up like major drug deals. A couple 100 pounds, a couple 100 kilos of coke, whatever. Big drug deals. Have you drive out to his farm, or have you come out to his farm with big money, a couple $100,000? Got it out here. Come on out here to this farm, you guys. You weren't leaving ever. And your body got scattered all over his farm. Please. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a long time. And I actually know a good friend who I can call up and find out like all the details. I have read Hans's case before. I was going to help somebody do some legal work with Hans way back in the day. This is what I'll say about Hans that I can remember. There's a bunch of people that he was accused of killing that he was not convicted of. They didn't have enough evidence, whatever. A bunch, okay? One day, I had his paper, all his transcripts, court stuff, and I happened to be reading this list of people that were missing, but he never got prosecuted for. The whole list, names, first names, nicknames, everything. And I put it down. I walk outside, and there's Hans, and he's drinking a cup of coffee. Out of a cup, a new cup that he had tattooed, okay, like vinyl cup, whatever it's called, but people used to tattoo cups. The cup was full of names. And I look at the names, and the names were the exact names of all the people that he didn't get convicted of. And I said, hey, Hans, what's that? And he goes, oh, just a bunch of wormy motherfuckers. Take it for whatever you, just a bunch of wormy motherfuckers. Every name that I just read was all. That's a Hans Graff story for you. Hans Graff used to always, also not piss in the toilet, piss in the sink only, live by himself. And he used to put hemorrhoid cream on his face, which I think I might start doing more. It actually works for wrinkles, but he did. And his face was all shiny right here. And it did help. Hemorrhoid cream, hemorrhoid stuff, lotion or the ointment, hemorrhoid ointment. That's what it was. Talk like, but played stocks. Made a lot of money playing stocks while he was in prison. That's what he did. Good guy, respectable guy. Johnny Leonard, have you checked out Rookfin Rumble? No, I have not. Frank Normandy, true story. Okay, wait. Start to use your community page. Take advantage of it. Okay, Ron. Start to use the community page. Yeah. Any stories about Hans? I told you the real world is funny like that. Just stay true to yourself and true to your fans. That's what I'm trying to do. Thomas John, really, I'm trying to, man. And I'm not used to not sabotaging shit. I'm very capable of blowing this up and everything else in my life that's good to me. I'm not used to having a relationship with somebody that's more to not on drugs and never doesn't know anything that life, like doesn't yell, like, the relationship, the dynamics. So, and I'm candid about it, man. That's all I can be. That's how I'm going to live. Since I'm doing this YouTube stuff, I guess I'm like the new Kardashian. I'm going to do everything on camera, right? Yay. I don't know. These people that are local that are watching me that don't know me that I know are watching are probably like going, what the they all know. All right. Anyway, Hans the Butcher. Yes, Hans the Butcher. Piss in the sink. Yes, he pissed in the sink. A lot of older guys do. It's waist high. You don't piss on your pants, and you don't when you dribble. You know a guy, Gary Jones from Pittsburgh. Gary Jones sounds very familiar. Don't sabotage it. I'm trying. You got friends in Tennessee. Hey, Johnny Leonard, thank you, man. And I do have a couple friends in Tennessee still that I did time. Yeah, we're addicts. We Greg Paris. Yeah, man, self-sabotage. The day that I came out, and let's talk about it. People say, don't bring it up again. The day that I brought up the membership fees. Literally, my wife tells me, what are they? Marta, what are they? This is what they're, how much is it? Okay, go to the top prison people. Tell me how much, $24.99. Okay. Hello, this is Robert. Okay, I'm going to membership fee, $29.99. In the background, she's going, they're on fire. And then I stick to it because I'm an idiot. And then I grind in deeper. Then I start talking shit like a fool. And then people who cared about me that don't even know me and that want to see this channel succeed reached out to me, and people that know me. But like people that, it was touching, right? Like that's like, that's like those people that did that didn't even know me that have channels. Like I'll like do anything for those people, for real. People that have done, I will. Anyway, I'm hoping, you know what I mean? This channel was like major, like 300, 400 subscribers, like every day, boom, boom for a second. It slowed way down. But that doesn't mean like it's not, still going really great. It's odd, had that bad week with the tooth and everything else. Yeah. Anyway, you guys know the deal. Especially you guys have been here for a long time, and I can't tell you enough. You guys have been here for a long time. Thank you. Really, you guys are like, yeah, man. Yeah. I'll repay it someday, somehow. Before meeting Tommy Crotty, did you know his rep? If so, was you nervous about meeting him? No. Did I know his rep? I didn't know the extent of it. Okay. I knew from hearing him from. So in Lewisburg was the most mob guys I've been around. You know, I went to Lewisburg as a white gang member. That the whole compound was like, didn't really know what to think about us. There hadn't been a white gang since the AB murders in 97, 98. They got rid of all the white gang members, and here we come. Now, there was a few that came through, but like 5 gang members where you know that they're all going to have a gang, you know? So everybody was kind of like watching to see what we were about and what we're going to do. And we ended up, those of us that got there in the beginning, and anybody that was at Lewisburg will tell you this, unless they're lying. We were well liked. Like we didn't go do dumb shit. We didn't. There was 5 of us. Then there was a few more. Of course, there's always some people that do dumb stuff, but for the most part, like Lewisburg welcomed us, you know, especially a lot of the Italian dudes and me because of my background and demeanor and can talk and whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what was I going to say? So Tommy Crotty, I was aware of his reputation. I was very shocked at his speech. His speech is really soft, but at his whole mannerism, you know, and like I am on this channel, like wide open, like we'll tell you whatever. I told people there whatever. Hey, I'm a junkie. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like I'm doing. I just took 36 Percocets a little while ago. Go ahead. You didn't take 36 10 milligrams. Go. Or 180 milligrams a couple hours later, or the 100 milligram fentanyl patch. Yeah. And with all the mob guys, and let them know. Just I didn't care. I told them all I was using, you know, hope to get over it someday. Wish they could see me now, but so anyway, yeah, man, I can't express. And when Tommy asked me to take a photo with them, I was very, very honored. And I don't take a lot of photos myself, not because I just don't, you know. But when Tommy Karate asked you to take a photo with them, like, that's something to pat yourself in the back about. Like, you know, he's said so many good things about me recently, you know, that have, you know, anyway. No, I was not nervous. No, I was not nervous. No. Okay, Fayetteville, I hope you have success. Hey, Nate Bird, so 1 year to 2 years. Might move up that way, bro. For real. I love it where I'm at. My wife probably needs more of a city, but my goal is like at some point to keep some place here because we're in the mountains and we like the 4-wheel with the trails that they cut out for us and all that. This is like the side-by-side country or whatever, but we'll see. But Fayetteville Rogers, although it's getting pricey, it's like little California now. And what's up with everybody wearing masks up there, bro? Stop that. Okay, how did you detox from the hole? Chris Maggs, love what you're doing. We'll figure it all out. Thank you. Chris Maggs, $10. Okay, does that mean like you just donated $10 to me? Because people did that the other day, and I never got any, but whatever. Cash App, no more prison cell, no more prison cell. Then there's a whole bunch of like Venmo and the whole platform. I'm pretty sure is on my page. But thank you, Chris. Even if you didn't or did, it says $10. Thank you. Might move to Fayetteville. Rogers, love it up there. Love it. I just sent you. Thank you, Magnificent Linings. We're going to talk, and you've been there a long time. Okay, there's my Indian friend. Thank you, Fort Worth. Okay, thank you, bro. Otha Lambert. Otha, right? Otha. Okay. I don't want to disrespect or mispronounce that because you just tell me nothing but good things and really constructive stuff. Chris Maggs, yes. Hey, Rob, all the videos are great. The Bernie Madoff video is awesome. Thank you. So the Bernie stuff, been contacted by a lot of people still about Bernie Madoff. I sent a lot of people to ABC News over Bernie. So true story. Befriended a bunch of people from ABC News. Wife on one of the trips she used to come visit me, got to go to New York and got to go do like the ABC tour. Met all those people. Now she's from Spain. She has no idea who David Muir is and doesn't care if he's on and she's there. It's not even exciting to her. She's like, she's in a building in New York. But yeah, for real. Shout out to Terry Whitcraft over that. Anyway, you'll get a check from YouTube. Yeah, so Adam, what I understand, bro, is at the end of a month, the first month, tell you guys, January, $75. February, $1,260, I think. That's what it is. So I don't know what I'm going to get. Like, I know we're signed up, but that's what I got. That's what it is, for real. Almost can pay all of our bills in this small town that I live in. You know, that's what I don't even want to be rich. I don't have those dreams. I want to be able to survive, pay our bills, and like see my wife look satisfied in her eyes. And I don't mean sexually. I'm talking about just like, yes, I've done the right thing. Yes, like I did. I mean, she's great. Like, I don't deserve that. For real. You guys all know that too. Like, you guys, that's not fake BS. Okay. And I had a lot of family members know her for like 7 years before, like, I got out and she was here, and they were all still leery of her. Like, what the hell is this girl doing? She should be in a mansion in Beverly Hills. Like, what is she doing with him? I know, even my mom. So, yeah, I don't deserve that. So, I'm just really, really lucky that way. Spain is a fan country. Went to Barcelona. Spain is a fun country. Okay, G Rocker. So I haven't been yet. And if my PO's watching, you should let me for Christmas. You'll get the money on. When am I gonna? Okay, wait, Dennis. When am I gonna get the money? You'll get the money on. Humble, great Rob. Thank you. You ever get mushrooms or acid in prison? Never did. Acid there was, but I would not take it. I've never done good on acid. Okay, on the streets. Grew up a surfer, stoner, and coke kid. Okay, 80s coke kid. Did mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms for like a period of my life. 5 acid trips, never did good on them. So some people say your mind's weak. I always had bad trips. Really. Like, went to the beach and these sand crabs got big on me. I know some people like say this or that I was sitting on a rocky shore. Sand crabs were crawling and they got big on me and surrounded me and I couldn't leave. That's true. Best friends, families, faces were falling off, melting on me. Like, I'd never had good acid trips. What do you got going there? DZ2, more money added to your monthly. Hey, DZ, thank you. $2. Thank you. Because you know what? I know that, like, you did that just to help support me. And that probably means a lot, even though people don't see that. So my wife, so $2 to Marta she like would stretch that, okay? I know I used to call her cheap. Then I used to say frugal. No, she's wise. I'm a moron. I still have the drug dealer mentality with money. That's why all this is going to her. I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't know how you get paid. I thought it was PayPal. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, PayPal. I do have a PayPal thing. Like, I've got a PayPal, a Western Union. I got them all. I think my wife set them up on there. If not, we'll get it straight soon. I've been so 2 things I've been focused on: putting out content. I want to do better clarity. Even some people say, okay, so a lot of you guys are getting to know me and you are getting to understand my speak. And you're like, okay, we got him. But it can be a turnoff to people too, right? And it's true. I couldn't watch me, and I'm not bullshitting. I was listening to, like, I don't watch all my videos. I was listening today and I was like, oh, babe, like, Marta, this is terrible. Like, terrible, you know? I've just been kind of coming on and winging it, you know? I like that freestyle, but at the same time, I know I'm not going to please everybody, right? I know that. But you guys want prison stories, you guys want me to answer questions, you guys want to hear about prison life. That's what I should be able to do in a pretty clear fashion, right? Of course, again, when you watch me for a long time, then you get to understand me. My counselor understands me. My PO now, after 10 months almost, probably understands me after about 6 months. It's just that's how I am. Like DZ said, the money will be added. Okay, thank you, bro. That's Chris Maggs. Thank you. Joe Kirk, the clarity is fine. Thank you, man. But I'm serious. I got bothered by some of it. Cincinnati in the house. Hope all is doing great, bro. Michael Askins, I'm turning in a little bit late. Glad to hear. Payday, I'll shoot you a few bucks to support the channel. Michael Askins, I appreciate it, man. And I know you've been around. Zach Hughes, we keep coming back. Thank you, Zach. Dennis Rapone, you're doing Rapone? How do you say it? I wish I knew how to say it. You're doing great. Thank you. YT pays on the first of our, now listen, super chats are nice, but YT takes 30% off it and it comes with your check. So if you really want to help, use Cash App. Okay. No more prison cell for the Cash App people. Finally caught alive. Blunt man. Thank you. Frank Norman. You don't know how you get paid. I thought it was paid. Okay. Now, did Uncle Gary drink hooch? Wait. Uncle Gary. Uncle Jerry. Which one's on? Oh, well, Matt. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry, your uncle. I cannot say that. No, I cannot say that Jerry did. No. I know who would know if you really know. My celly Billy. So Billy was a guy. He looks still. He's like 40 something. Still looks like he's 3. It's one of those guys that has like the child look all his life. He's got a cutest little kid, by the way, right now, man. She's awesome. But anyway, Billy had a crazy crime when he went to prison. It was a kid. So my mom saw the paperwork on Billy. He was my cellie, and she was scared for me living with this guy. and real small guy, hell of a fighter, but real like looks like especially then was early 20s, looked like a little child, like a little boy. Anyway, so Billy is from the East Coast, Rhode Island, and so he was infatuated with all the mob guys. Again, I was not like it wasn't a. I didn't grow up around organized crime, right? I didn't grow up around mob guys or like, so that wasn't even any part of my life, and I didn't care. And that's not being disrespectful. That's being honest. Billy's mom knew some mob guys, so Billy was like, oh, so he used to befriend all of them to talk to him. And they liked him because he's funny. So he knows a lot of those stories about Jerry and such like that, right? Thanks, John Ramsey, $10. Thanks, John Ramsey. Tommy Crotty ever talk about his time in Japan? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, ding, ding, ding. And how did how to get the handle of that? And how did he handle the fact he's spending life was prison? Did he get upset about it? Life in prison. It's people have a lot of different views and opinions. Like, if I had life, I would do this. If I had life, I wouldn't get it. It depends on the individual. Depends on your age, where you're at mentally, how you want to present yourself. There's a lot of different factors. Tommy takes it well. Did he get upset? I've never seen Tommy Crowdy upset. Not that I can recall right this second. I've never seen him upset. Thank you, John. Like Dee said, the monthly check. Thank you, Chris Maggs. John Kirk, the clarity's fine. Thank you. Cincinnati. Okay, so Cincinnati. I hope all's doing great, bro. So Michael Askins, I'm turning in. Okay, so I think it's getting. We keep coming back. Yeah, I think it's going back now. 2-part question. Did Tommy Crowdy ever talk about his time in Japan? Okay, so I'm seeing some repetitive. That's YouTube, right? So no, but I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. Okay, I want to talk to Tommy about his childhood and about karate stuff. I don't want to talk about any crime. I know that would disappoint people. I just want to talk about Tommy. First of all, it's hard to talk over a prison phone, right? Even though he is resigned to the fact he's going to stay in prison. He does live by certain code and principles. Don't ask me what. I'm just telling you. And I can't see him, nor would I disrespect him by doing that to him. But I want to know about his childhood in Japan, stuff that people don't know. You've all heard the crime stuff, right? And I know that's why a lot of people here. I get it. And I'm sorry. I want to know behind the scenes what got him to that point, maybe, right? So that was one of the cool things about prison. I'm going to tell you guys that in a second. I would like to get a hold of you. Heard a great story about you from Baltimore. I want to talk to you first about it. Sure. Son Scott, go ahead and private message me through Facebook. I'm not taking everybody, but I will check. So go ahead. Nick Bazin, Tommy hated Frank. Yeah, you can tell some good stories. Okay. So anyway, Nick, legal tyranny. Rob, you're in a great position to help push reform. Yes, be ready for the heavy highs and the lows. Activism is okay. Legal tyranny. Thank you, and I think you're right, and that's where I want to be. Okay, you guys, this is kind of like a means to an end. Like these prison stories, I know there's a genre for them. I get why people like them. I get it. Okay, look at the television, all the true crimes of 2020, the murders, and then you've got this now people talking about their experiences inside. I mean, there's people in our culture's really we love this stuff, but there's going to come a time, and this is what I'm thinking right now. Everything can change. You guys have seen me. Like when I'm talking, I'm more like throwing ideas and something sticks. Although I'm getting more focused here, okay? But I have visions like other guys doing Convict Inc., like other guys talking about their prison stuff. A bunch of different guys, like maybe Convict Inc. I don't know how it's going to be the one channel, but I want to keep going and hearing prison stories because everybody has a story. Everybody who's done time has experienced has had a different experience. And no two people are alike, even though they might seem like that. It's not true. So there's plenty more prison stories to tell. I've still got lots, okay? Lots. I'm going to start bringing other people on soon, but I've got lots to tell. But it's all got to go that way. It's all got to go towards prison reform for me at some point. We have a terrible system. I'm battling people's livelihood. There's wealthy people that are making lots of money off fake war on drugs, the prison system, go on and on. At some point, when you get to be too loud, you're battling all those forces, okay? I'm ready. I don't have fear in me, like people coming after me to harm me, or I'm pretty cautious, not paranoid about like doing the right thing, setting up and stuff. I know all that can happen, and that's not being paranoid. Man, you don't know how many cases I've read in prison. All right. I'm the guy though, because I was supposed to die in prison, really, and I'm free. So after you're free, I say nothing else matters. Of course, my wife matters. Of course, I want to have the good rest of my life. But I think I'm properly geared and properly set up for the challenge of really taking on criminal justice reform. I think so. Maybe I'm just in that case. We're going to see. I think I am. I have it's kind of messed me up that I've had the issues that I've had mentally over the last few weeks or month or whatever it's been. I already feel stronger from that, but it's really kind of like really that can happen to me. Like I never thought I can feel some of the certain ways that I have. And I'm not talking about like I said, I never thought I can feel certain ways. I've been suicidal and felt suicidal. This is not what I'm talking about now, okay? Suicide's a whole different issue. And I've contemplated it many times and tried one time. That's the truth. I'm talking about feeling like I'm crazy, feeling like I've lost, feeling help, questioning my decisions constantly, not knowing if I'm insane or other people are, and needing to go to people and say, hey, is this blah, blah, blah. And have my counselor saying, no, you're fine. You're right. Wife saying, no, Rob, no, this is right. PO, no. I needed some validation on certain things. And I've never been like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm feeling pretty bold these days. Point being, criminal justice reform, long, hard battle. And I'm going to, that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, guys, hit me with the Western Union. Hit me with the Western Union info, Rob. Is it not on my page? Like on, hey, Marty, come here, babe. What was my Western Union information?
I don't know. I think that it's your name.
Okay. Maybe it's Robert Ross. Okay, let me see if it's in my phone. I got an app. Rob, you still planning to speak about AB in each state and how they're, yes, I'm going to do it, and how they're connected to the original brand, if they are? Yes. The AB thing is huge. It's big. And I'm going to tell you, Oildale, I haven't heard from you. Like I tried to call, bro. I would like to talk to you if you can. I know that I've flaked out over the last month because of other issues, but And I'm going to try at some point in the near future to go to California, even if for a week. And I'd like to see, we'll see. But let's say that right now that I never talked to some other people I've been talking to about the brand again. Okay. Yes, I'm going to do everything about the Aryan Brotherhood and different, each one, the founding. I'm sure people will be helping me, because I want all the correct information out there. I know a lot about the California AB founding, different stuff, the Texas, stuff like that. And it's not to criticize, put down. It's to show people different angles, I guess. Anyway, honestly, do you think Tommy will ever talk about his childhood? Hey, Charlie, I didn't until recently. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, no. I'm continuing reading what you said. Would he talk about mob stuff? No, I don't think so. Nor would I ask him. I can't. I wouldn't do that. Okay. I don't mind like keyboard warriors saying, "Hey, shut your mouth. You're a snitch. You're telling on people. You're putting people's." I don't mind all that. But there are certain things. Like, for example, I said Greg De Palma was a junkie, basically. Did pills. He was. People knew that. Greg was a pillhead. Probably got busted because he was a pillhead with what's his name, the FBI agent guy. He was a pillhead. He was no different than somebody that did heroin. Now, why do I like? I was close to Greg. Why would I say it? Because everybody knew. Okay, so I know so many mobbed up, mob-tied, mob-affiliated guys that got high. At least, some of them just like, hey, on the weekend, you got any babanya, you got any anya, that whole thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I wouldn't say that because nobody knew. They came to me in private. Like, they didn't do it in front of other people. So it's certain like that. I wouldn't say that. Nor would I ask Tommy like certain things that people would want to hear about crimes or how he felt about this person. I wouldn't do that to him. And I know that would be like great if he'd say, "Oh yeah, there's 25 more bodies, you guys." You know what I mean? I want to know who he was, what made him, what makes that person. When I was in prison, one of the things I loved, and I was going to say this, one of the things I absolutely loved was sitting down in cells, drinking with guys and figuring out who they are. And I always started off just like an armchair psychologist. Are your parents still together? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Blah, blah, blah. Because you can learn a lot about everybody. Also, when you do that, you start having some kind of a different affection or affiliation with the person. And then you get to know more. And then that person thinks you care about him. You'll open up more. And then you actually do. Then you meet a lot of people. I did that with a lot of guys. I used to love it though. I'm telling you. So when I went to Butner from Lewisburg to Butner, you know what a lot of my brothers said? Like a lot of dirty, some of them thought that I was going to go like drop out. You know what I mean? Like they saw like I was exhausted. That didn't happen. I wasn't involved in gang life after that because I was in the Butner complex and then I went to Terre Haute. That's where I stayed. It's there. I was around like 3 other dirty white boys after that were about or meant anything to me. And yes, those guys meant something to me, Billy and Cracker. And wow, I just yelled out. Anyway, but they used to say, "You're going to go to Butner and like try to get in those chomos' heads." What made you diddle those little kids? What made you do? They were being funny, but based off what I used to do when talking to people, they used to make fun of me and say that's why I was going to Butner. I should do something about life in prison, like how it feels, the difference in guys. Oh, I thought, people always say, if I had life, I'd kill myself. If I had life, I'd have a boy. If I had life, I wouldn't care. If I had life, it's nothing like that once you have life. It's just not. You guys, it's been an hour, okay? I think we're good. It had gotten better than we were coming up. We got to put in right now. Now the hip to the drugs and why it run a kid's life because he had a drug problem. Greg Paris, I got to reread that. Emily Fox, is Jim joining you on YouTube? Is Jim joining you on the video tonight? Jim, I'm sorry. Do people know that every federal prison complex is owned by the Bush family? Okay, Nick, Bush family. Yeah, I know a lot about that. Nick the Barber Company is that Bob Barker. Yes, Bob Barker Products. Yes, had a lot of stuff in prison. I'm going to a meeting in Rhode Island at the State House tomorrow on prison reform to put 15-day max in. Kevin, you're doing that? Man, I really want to be involved in some stuff soon. Hey, man, random ass question, but what were some of the meals or foods you ate a lot? Chicken, and more chicken was the main food in federal prison. It's a great idea. Thank you for your life. Okay, Sarah, if you do an interview, Tom McCarty, one question I ask you, one is he went to Japan. Is it true that he became enamored with samurai? Okay, we'll try to figure that out. I'll put something out before. Can he come on here live? I don't know. We'll talk about it, but it is past. You guys, listen. I'm going to come on tomorrow night. Somebody said something about if you do live, you don't get. Okay. I'm coming this whole week. I'm going to go live. I do have bladder surgery, check, whatever. So we're going to find out if I have bladder cancer, if it's back. It comes back often. Probably is back. I don't care if it's back. What I care is if it turns deeper. If it turns deeper, they want to take my bladder out. Okay, I'm not going for that at this point in my life. So we'll see. So Thursday, that's early in the morning. Propofol. Sometimes they give me some hydrocodone afterwards, which Marta will take from me. So maybe I can grab some beer and pop 2 hydrocodone and do the show. We'll see how I feel. I burn. That's what happens. I burn a lot. So you guys that shouldn't affect what I do. But if something happens on Thursday, I'll put it, and I can't, I'll say it. But hey, it might be like my best show ever. Hey, maybe I'll just like crush pills and snort big rails of them, and who knows? Like I can sabotage it and fuck everything up. Thank you guys, all you that are doing that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how much to say thank you enough. I hope all my local friends like the show. Thank you, babe. What do I hit? End stream.